Well, hello. Just getting myself comfy. Hope you're getting yourself comfy. Got my heat pad. Got my feet in my polar bear. And I've got my quilt. And I've got the heating on if you can hear the boiler whizzing away there. I'm determined to be warm. Right, I think I'm ready now. Hi, Nathan. Oh, I think I've got myself sorted now. I've got one of those furry, it's like a polar bear, but you put both feet inside it and it's made of fur. It's not a heated one. I did buy a heated one, but because I've got neuropathy, I couldn't feel it. So I actually gave it to Kelly. I don't know if she still has it or not, but here we go. Ooh, right. So how are you, Nathan? Hope you're all right. There's only me and you here at the moment. Although it says there's 11 people in, but it might be just deceiving me because there's only one thumbs up, and that's probably yours, Nathan. So if anybody else is there, 10 people that's in, can you give me a thumbs up before you leave? It's vitally important. It makes me feel wanted. Not by the law, just wanted, yeah. So how are you, Nathan? I'm flipping cold. I don't know about anybody else, but... Hiya, Coves Cozy. Hiya. Evening all. Oh, I've got myself in a ravel here. Just excuse me while I sort myself out. It is chilly, isn't it? Unless you're somewhere warm, like, maybe somewhere in America or somewhere in Australia. I think they've got their summer at the moment still, haven't they? Or is it spring? I'm never quite sure. I know they're the opposite way round to us, aren't they, in Australia? So they might be nice and warm. So evening to you, Coves Crochet. Oh, I can't even get my teeth round it. Coves Crochet. It's a bit of a, what do they call it when there's two words with the same letter? You wouldn't think I did English language, would you? There's a word for it, isn't there? And I always struggle when I've got an adjective and a name with two letters. Yeah, it is a tongue twister. There's a word for it, though, isn't there? Not an onomatopoeia, but something weird. I always get stuck when I've got two letters together. I've got the same letter, same initial, yeah. That's why I struggled with your Coves Crochet. Oh. So what are you all doing? What are you all making? And on another of those plain jackets, I'm using up my James C. Brett chunky that I had in the garage. I'm on my fourth one. The third one I couldn't finish because I only had 2 balls and I needed 3. Anyway, Val that comes on here was doing an order with Wool Warehouse and she said, "Do you want anything?" And I said, "Yes, please." You're doing a granny stitch jumper from Aldi Wool. Aldi Wool's a bit hit and miss, isn't it? Unless you find it's okay. Some of it's all right and some of it's very woolly and scratchy. I have bought it in the past and I've had mixed thoughts about it, let's just say. I've just been watching a young lass, she's called Yarn and Glitter, and she's learning to crochet, and she started a hexagon jacket with her mum's help, yeah. Yeah, I just had some that was, it was like a cake, with great gradients in it. Oh, and that were really woolly and horrible. It were rough. And I'm a delicate flower, I like my wool to be soft. Well, my yarn to be soft, I should say. I can't call it yarn. Everything's wool to me. Yeah, you've had some that's awful. Mind you, this is James C. Brett, and I'm honest to goodness, so many knots I've had in this. I'm doing this, I've had a knot on that bit there, I've had a knot on that bit there. And on the one I'm waiting to finish, there was big, thick lumps and slubs in it. But I can't complain because I've had it that long. It could have grown slubs while it was in the garage waiting. Oh dear. Yeah, I know some of it is rough, isn't it? Some's ropey. Mind you, have you bought anything from that Temu? I bought some from there just to see what it was like. Oh, that went in the bin. I know people love it. Oh, it's lovely, this wool. It's good. And I'm like, really? I must have picked the wrong one up then, because mine was horrible. I was making for a doll at the time, and I didn't even give it the doll. It was not nice at all. And it wasn't cheap because it was such a tiny, tiny little ball when it arrived. It wasn't even a 25 gram. So when you worked it out how much, like, what I call English yarn is, it's not English anymore, is it? But you know what I mean? The English brands that they buy from Turkey. But when you think how much that was for 100 gram and how much that was for a little 25 gram, and it wasn't as good quality. So I won't be buying any more from there. Ah, dear. I'm quite lucky with that. Ethan, I have got a local yarn shop called The Naked Sheep. I did put a little video on our website, just showing the window display. So you can go in there and squish, yeah. She doesn't do everything, of course, because when I had my wool shops, I didn't do every brand. You can't. You can't stock every brand, because if you do, you spread yourself too thinly. You know, you're better off sticking with 2 or 3 main brands and just stocking more of their wool. Because if you've ever owned a shop, you need to order quite a big bulk to get the discounts, you know, to pass it on to people. Hi, Julian. Hi, Ethan. So we used to have like 3 shops, so we would order for the 3 shops all in one go. And we found it was better to just stick to 3 or 4 main suppliers, you know, because you don't get any profit really until you've sold the last ball of wool. So these people who only buy 1 pack, and somebody buys 6 or 7 balls and they're left with 3, unless they sell those 3, they haven't made any profit at all, yeah. So this is where I think a lot of wool shops go wrong. They try to spread themselves too thinly by stocking too many brands, you know, and trying to please everybody, and it doesn't work that way. But hey ho. I bought myself a new necklace to go with what I'm wearing for the, you know, the Blackpool Wool Fair. And when it arrived, it was broken. Anyway, she's given me a refund, thankfully. Oh, shush, Paul. Don't start. Yeah, I pulled it out. Pulled it out. And I thought, that's a bit odd. And the other bit's there. The other bit's there. Anyway, the bit that's supposed to hold it together, it's snapped. So I've got 2 or 3 things that needed soldering, so I've actually ordered a soldering iron. So I might be able to solder it together where it's been broken, or where the hook's been broken. I might be able to put a blob of solder on and bung it together, yeah. Because it's quite a nice, well, it would be quite a nice necklace if it was in one piece, yeah. But as I say, I did get me a refund, so if I can't mend it, I haven't lost anything, have I? But if I can mend it, I've got a bargain. Got a free necklace if I can mend it. I've got another necklace as well that's fallen into 3 bits, so And I'm not rough with my stuff. Well, I'm not rough with that. I just pulled it out of the packet. It just arrived in its packet. All I did was open the packet and it was broken when I got it. I sent her a photograph anyway, so she's just given me the money back. She's not argued or anything. And I'm waiting to hear from a pattern from Etsy. I ordered a lovely pattern and it was all like granny squares, a cardigan. And I thought, oh, that's nice. When the pattern come and I come to read the instructions, it's not granny squares, it's a pattern for a different cardigan. It's a nice cardigan, the other cardigan, but it isn't the one I bought. So I wrote and said, can I have the right instructions for the picture? And I've not heard anything since. So I shall ask for a refund if I don't hear anything. She just said, give me a day and I'll send you the amended thing. She's had 2 days so far and she's not sent me anything. Oh, I don't know. It was only £1.83, the pattern, but even so, it should have been the right pattern for the right picture. Let's just say the picture and the instructions didn't marry up. Yeah, nice instructions. Not the one I wanted. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, it's hot Vimto. I had a cup of coffee and for some reason or other it tasted funny. Do you ever get a day where whatever you're drinking or eating doesn't taste right? That's what I was feeling today. I made me tea. I made myself some scampi and it didn't taste right, so I put that in the bin. And then I made a coffee and that didn't taste right either, and it's Nescafe, it's not rubbish. So I'm on Vimto at the moment now. Ah, dear. So what you're doing? What you all doing? Yeah, I'll say that for the naked sheep that's near me. She has a really nice window display, much nicer than mine ever was. And she does mail order if you're in the UK. So, if you need to go on her web page, she will send it out to you. And I don't think she's exorbitant with her postage. Yeah, I'm doing another one. I'm just doing these plain cardigans. I'm only using up wool. I only have 3 balls. I know they're 200 grams, but it will just make me that little tiny cardigan, yeah. You crochet in a Dorothy bag with Stylecraft Chunky. I like Stylecraft. I use a lot of their double knitting. Who else likes Stylecraft? Is it Denise? Is it Denise or is it Davina? Somebody else likes Stylecraft. It's quite a decent wool. Well, yarn, I should say. I can't say yarn. Acrylic wool. Oh, dear. I'll never say yarn. Yarn to me, my family were in the cotton mills and yarn was what they spun, the cotton yarn, yeah. Janet, what are you doing? You might be doing one side, but you forgot to do the other. I'm supposed to be decreasing both sides because it's a V-neck, and I forgot to decrease because I'm a twit. Right, let's do that. Hi, Jane. How are you doing? Oops, a daisy. That's better. I forgot to decrease for my V. But luckily it's chunky, so it didn't matter if I pulled one row back, did it? I'm doing it without a pattern. And if you're wondering what I'm wearing, it is a chunky sweater pattern. It's as old as the hills. But to do this is dead easy, right? You do 2 rows of this contrast garter stitch. Then you do 6 rows of stocking stitch, but you slip this stitch upwards on every row. And then you do another 2 rows of the garter stitch, and then you slip the stitch up. You have to have an odd number of stitches in the middle here. And then you slip the middle stitch so it looks like a honeycomb. And it's dead easy to do. And it looks like I've been dead clever, doesn't it? And it is the easiest thing forever. But the pattern was a Lister's pattern, and it's as old as the hills, yeah. So I can't even point you in the right direction, because I don't think even Etsy's got it. It's that old. But Serdar did a pattern with the very same sort of idea, yeah. They did a cardigan pattern, which you might find on Serdar's heritage page. If you're into elderly patterns or vintage patterns, if you go on Serdar's webpage, on the top line, it says heritage. And if you click on heritage, it takes you to a web page with all the patterns from the 30s or 40s, all the way up to present time. And you can buy, you can buy PDFs, I think they're £3.50 for a PDF of anything, right from the 30s, 40s, well, not all of the patterns, but a lot of the patterns are on there. I've got quite a few. So if you like patterns that you've missed, maybe from the 50s, 60s, 70s, even the 80s, 90s, if you knew that it was a Serdar pattern, go back and have a look at that page. I mean, I was watching a lady, she was knitting some little mice at the knit club. And she said, it's a Serdar pattern. She says, but you won't get it. She says, it's very, very old. It was in a magazine and I've had it for ages, so you won't get it. I went on Serdar pattern and there it was. I bought it for £3.50. So I said to the girls at knit club, see, you can buy it. Because she was like, oh, you won't get this pattern. Yes, I did. I've not knitted them, mind you, because you know what I'm like with knitting little things. It's only about that big, these little mice. But they're lovely. They're dressed like carolers. You know, they've got little lanterns and things, little songbooks, and sweet little mice they are. I can't show it you because I haven't printed it out. I've got some new ink for my printer, but I haven't put it in yet. I have to take a deep breath before I put the ink in the printer, because you open it up and it goes zzz, zzz, you have to sort of grab it to put the ink in. And if you don't watch yourself, you get your finger in, because it's zzz, 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 like a typewriter, it goes across. So I always finish up with ink all over my fingers and trapped fingers when I'm doing it. It's a bit like the till on Open All Hours. Hi, Rosie, love. Oh, hi, Lizzie, I should say, shouldn't I? Hello. I'm doing grey. Yeah, I know grey. But it's what I had. It's not my colour at all, but I could wear it over the top of something bright red or green or something. You know, to make it a bit more chirpy, couldn't I? Because you know me, and grey and beige, not my colours at all. I've got some beige of this in the garage, but I'm like, no. Grey at a pinch, beige, no. So I'll have to do that for something else here. I'm warming up a bit now. I've got the heating on. Below the expense. I don't understand my heating bill. It said I was in debt. So I actually got a small payment from YouTube, the first one since November, a small one, not a big one, small one. So I thought, right, I'll pay that into my Eon, and then I know I can put the heating on again. So I paid it, so I cleared the debt. It said I was in debt by 60-something pounds, so I paid it off. I then get an email saying, we're dropping your monthly payment down because you're in credit. And I'm like, yes. I'm in credit because I gave him £100 the other week for something else I had. I can't remember what I had, but I had £100. Put that on the heating bill, and then I put 60 something pound on it the other day. So yes, I am in credit deliberately. Don't knock my payment down. He said, you're not using what you're paying. I am. I'm using more than what I'm paying. And I keep trying to tell them this, and they keep, oh, I'll be in debt again in 5 minutes, yeah. I wish they'd just leave me alone. Because I'm actually burning more than what I'm paying. So how can I be in credit? Oh. I'm only in credit because I paid 2 lump sums. Why don't they listen? Why you no listen? Anyway, I'll let them Twitter on for a couple of months and then I'll give them some more money again. Confuse them even more. Talking about confusing people, I've wheeled my mannequin into the lounge. She's right next to the bay window, so no doubt she's probably confusing my neighbours because she's 6 foot tall, you know. And they'll wonder who this 6 foot tall woman is standing in the window. I was going to do such a lot today. I was going to mop the kitchen floor because they made such a mess of it when they did have my floorboards up. Didn't do it because my back was hurting. And I was going to take photographs of some of my woolies and stuff that I've done recently. Didn't do that either. Maybe tomorrow. I've got my heat pad on my back at the moment and I've took my painkillers, but it's the cold and the wet and the damp that does me in. I don't know whether anybody else is the same. If you've got aches and pains, they're always 10 times worse when the weather's bad. I did go out on Thursday, actually. I went out to meet my friend for brunch. And we went to the same place as usual. And it was horrible. Dinner. Your bestie crisis on the phone. Well, tell him to tickle off and have a crisis with somebody else. You can't do this to you every Saturday night. Tell him Janet has spoken. She'll go down there and bash him. Oh, dear. Never mind. I'm having a conversation with a lady, actually, that she bought one of those Frida Kahlo jackets off me. You know, they're very brightly coloured. They're a pain to do because they're all different coloured stripes. And she said somebody wanted one, you know, that was a friend of hers. And, a different one then. And she said if somebody wanted another one, I said, well, I will crochet another one, yeah. I'm not taking orders, but I don't mind doing one particular thing, you know, for somebody. So I'm waiting for her to get back to me. And she hasn't, so I'm not starting anything on spec. I'm waiting till I get a definite order before I do it. Trouble is, I'll have to. Mind you, it's February tomorrow, isn't it? Because I was having a no by January, but it's February tomorrow. I just got to say, I might have to buy some wool to get all of the colours that she wants for the jacket. But it won't be like buying it for me, will it? It'll be like an investment, yeah. Hi, Connie. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. They're being particularly quiet tonight. Nobody's having a chit-chat, really. I'm just crotcheting away here. Crotcheting away. I'm only doing them plain jackets. I showed them on my video yesterday, what I was doing. They're dead plain, yeah. Oh, the pipes. They might have frozen up. If they freeze up, you have to thaw them out, don't you? But don't thaw them out with a blow torch or anything. Otherwise they will bust. The plumber said he was going, no, the plumber who sorted out my boiler for me on Monday, said he was going to send me some brochures so I could choose my new taps. And he was going to come back and do my outside tap, but I've not heard from him. If I don't hear from him, I'll contact him and say, where's my brochures? I want some my taps on the on the kitchen sink. They sort of turn round, and I don't mean turning them on. I mean the old tap turns round, so they're not exactly what you might call. The weather is horrible, Esther. It's cold, it's wet, it's miserable. I've got backache, and we won't go into that. And you know, it's not nice. And I'm a miserable old hag when it's cold and wet and miserable. I mean, I did venture out on Wednesday to knit club, but that's only 2 streets away, so that wasn't bad. And it's always lovely and warm in the church. And but Thursday I got persuaded to go out by a friend, and we went to our usual place, but the food wasn't nice at all. We did complain, but it didn't get us anywhere. I mean, normally I'd say, oh yeah, go there. The food's lovely. But talk about the chef having an off day. It was awful. I won't be rushing to go there again. That's for sure. Well, I don't like going out anyway. I've turned into a hermit. She persuaded me to go out because we haven't met up since Christmas. But I said, oh, really? I said, if it's cold or wet, I'm not coming. And it was cold. Oh, God, it was cold. I mean, they did have the heating on in the cafe, but, you couldn't feel it much. And we were sat right next to the radiator. But I do feel the cold. I'm turning into a right old wimp. I don't know whether anybody else does. As you get older, do you feel the cold more? Because I know I do. I never used to. I never used to feel the cold. I mean, I've never been a sleeveless tank top type of girl. I've never been one of them. Not even in the house. I watch people doing the videos, showing things off, and they've got little strappy tops on, and I'm thinking, well, either you don't feel the cold or your house must be like the tropics, Your heating bill must be enormous. Perhaps they just don't feel the cold, perhaps they're hardy beasts. I suppose I was a bit more hardy when I was in my 30s and 40s, yeah. I was watching, she's called Yarn and Glitter, and she knits. She's only a youngish lass, and she's trying to learn how to do a hexagon cardigan, learning how to crochet. Her mum's showing her how to do it, so it was quite interesting watching her struggling with her tension and that, yeah. She has managed to do a little bit, but it's only with her mum helping her. She was saying now she's back at home on her own, she's not as confident, so she might wait while she sees her mum again to have another practice. Who's sending me all these messages? What's going on here? Flipping things. Right, let's go. Northeast Tarot Premiere is in 30 minutes. I don't want to know. So no doubt it will go tiddly-dee again in 30 minutes, won't it? Don't tinkle again. I have spoken. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Oh. I've been watching Victorian Albert videos. I love watching the clothing ones where they get you know, vintage clothing out, and they show it all and show you how it was made, and they've had, you know, Christian Dior things, and they're on Mary Quant at the minute. They've had an exhibition. I'm just crocheting a plain cardigan, you know, the ones I showed on my video yesterday. I had a lot of this James C. Brett in the garage. So I'm, you know, as I'm trying to work through my stash. These cardigans are just handy to pop on. They're not very big. They're only tiny because they've only got 3 balls, yeah. But they're nice and warm, actually. But, I mean, they're only, so far it's cost me £7 because I've had to order 1 ball. And I'll have 4 cardigans for that because they were already paid for, weren't they, in the garage? But 3 balls, if I bought it new, would cost me £21. But if I was to make it any bigger, I'd have to get 4, which would be £28, which is quite a lot, really. So if you want to make one and you're bigger than me, then you'd have to get 4 balls. They're 200 grams, by the way. But they are £7, well, £6.99, we'll call it £7. And then, of course, you've got to pay postage from, you know, from Wool Warehouse, unless you order £30, you've got to pay postage, which means it's a lot more than, you know, it's about £3 or £4 for the postage, yeah. You're watching Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth. Well, he was only young then, wasn't he? He's gone off a bit now. The last time I saw Colin Firth, it was in Mamma Mia 2, yeah. Not quite the same as when he was Mr. Darcy coming out of the water, was he, you know? I watch a lot of strange things on YouTube. I go down a lot of rabbit holes. But you find out some nice things, actually. You know, things you wouldn't normally look up to look at, yeah. And they come up and, you know, I find them quite interesting, actually, yeah. I'm not one for films. I think I've said that to you before. I can't sit still long enough to watch a film. I start fidgeting. And if you're watching them on YouTube, if you go away from them, they've gone off and then you can't find them again. I do that. I'll be listening to Miss Marple, you know, it's like reading a story. And I think, oh, I'll go make a brew. I come back and I can't find it and I can't remember what it was called. So there's about a million Miss Marple things on YouTube. So you're like ploughing your way through them all, trying to find the one you were watching 5 minutes before. It annoys me when my TV just goes off after about 5 minutes if I leave it. Oof, I'm getting quite warm now, actually. Oof. The boiler might switch itself off in a minute. I've only got it on 16, so it might turn off in a minute. But I was cold and my feet were like little blocks of ice. I have circulation problems in my fingers and my toes, yeah. I don't know if anybody else is diabetic. Do you have cold feet and cold hands? I do. Freezing. I turn over in bed and frighten myself to death. If I touch myself with my hands or my feet somewhere. It's like having a ghostie in bed with you. That's cold. I've always had cold feet though. My ex-husband used to say, take your feet away from me. You are not warming your feet up on my legs. Go away. He used to get hold of my hands sometimes and say, are you still alive? You're so cold. And he was like a furnace, you know. If he got in bed next to you, it was like, whoa. It was all right on cold days, but it wasn't very good in the summer. Oh, your internet's gone off? Oh, never mind. Good night, Jane, anyway. Hope you get your pipes sorted out and your water. Oh, the boiler's just shut down now. Cool down for a bit now. Right, I've got to see if I've got 12 rows here. I've got 12 rows, I've done enough. I like these patterns because I don't have a pattern and I can just do it without thinking. I can't do with anything. I've got to watch when I'm on here talking to you all. I've got to have something I don't have to think about. I'm like that with knit club. I like to take something to knit club that I can do without thinking about it. And then I can just trundle away while I'm talking. It's like Sheila when she was saying a knit and natter. There's lots of nattering and not much knitting. I always take something easy, then I do a lot of knitting and not a lot of nattering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 2 more rows. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more rows. I struggle with chunky. I can't crochet with that super chunky. I don't know if those girls go on that crochet with those, you know, that like chenille stuff that's dead thick. I couldn't crochet with that. It's too thick for me. I prefer double knitting, or if you're in America, 3-weight. That's my favourite go-to. 4mm hook and double knitting. That's my favourite thing of all. This is, I think it's a 5, is it? Oh no, it's a 550. It did say 6mm on the ball band, but that would have been too loose. So I'm doing a 550. La 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 la. So poor Jane, she's got no water. Well, her internet's gone off. She's not having a good time, is she? Hey. Yeah, I've got me quilt. It's great, this quilt. It's great. Keeps me warm. So lucky. I was a very lucky girl to get a quilt. Never expected a quilt. I think I'm not the kind of person who expects things, and I'm not the kind of person who's greedy. So when I do get something sent to me, it's all the more exciting, if you know what I mean. I'm not blasé about anything. I don't sort of, like some people get gifts all the time, don't they? You know, they're opening the mail and, oh, I've got this, oh, I've got that. I get something now and again and I'm like, wow, you know, really thrilled, you know, when I get something now and again. I mean, with my birthday, I was so thrilled when I got loads of cards. It was just so nice. You know, I wasn't expecting presents, but I did get one or two presents as well. But the cards were the main thing. It just means such a lot when somebody takes the time to send you a card. I'm a poor one for sending cards. I really am. I'm really terrible. It's purely because the post office is such a trek away. My thoughts there to do, you know, A, I would have to go trekking out to go and buy a card. B, then I would have to trek down again to the post office. I mean, I've got a post box nearby, but I haven't got any stamps, you know. Oh dear. You know, the days when I used to buy a book of stamps, I mean, they're so expensive, aren't they now? Stamps first class. Oh. You need to take your pension in with you when you go to buy, you know. Anyway, I did manage to get some cash because I wanted some cash for when I go to the, not that I'm going to buy anything, because if I was going to buy anything, I'm not now, because I've got to save up for this consumer board. So that's put paid to me buying anything anyway. But I need it for the taxi because I can't get down without, you know, because I can't walk and that. So I need to get a taxi to the door and a taxi back home again. And then maybe, if I'm feeling particularly generous, I might buy a coffee. But I don't intend to buy any wool, so I won't be staggering in with hundreds of pounds worth of wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's it. I mean, those people who do that, they've probably been saving up. I mean, if they can afford it, good luck to them, you know, not being awful. If you can afford it, then you buy it. But whatever, I usually buy one skein, you know, as a token to say I've been, but I don't think I will be doing that this year. Done the front. It's only dead easy, just plain, just everyday cardigan you can wear, you know, without being a posh one that you're saving for best or anything. Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't think I'll be buying a skein this year. I've still got all the skeins I've bought in previous years. I've got about 4 or 5. Because I don't knit that many socks. And to be honest with you, you know, paying like £22 for a skein to make a pair of socks, it goes against the grain with me. I'd rather put it in a shawl or put it in a scarf or something like that. Or even a pair of mitts, you know. But socks, because they go inside your shoes and nobody sees them. You know, these people who make socks and spend a fortune, who sees them? I wear boots half of the time, ankle boots. Because I walk better with ankle boots with my ankles supported. So nobody would see my socks, no matter how much I paid for the wool. I mean, they are warmer, yeah, but I'm not paying that. I just usually get that, you know, commercial 4-ply. It looks like dirt on the bottom of there. It isn't. It's the colour of the clay. Trust me, I've tried bleaching it. I do bleach my cups every now and again. I don't know whether you do, because coffee and tea stains, doesn't it? Well, everybody's very quiet. And there's no Chris again. I don't know where Chris is. Come on, Christopher, where are you? No Val yet either. It says there's 33 people in the room. I don't know where they all are. They must be incognito. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That's it. Where's Shad? I haven't seen Shad. Have you seen Shad? Has he come in, Nathan? Has he sneaked in? Oh, he's there. How did you know Shad was in? I didn't see him. You saw him before I did. Hi, Shad. Are you doing all right? Have you recovered? Oh, and Chris as well. Hello, Chris. Hey, yeah, Shad, you see you brought the crowd in. How are you, Shad, and how are you, Chris? You all right? I bought a new necklace and it arrived today, Shad, and it's broken. I've got my money back for it. Reminds you of Christmas. Yeah, it's got sparkle in it, actually. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it a little bit. It's got a bit of gold sparkle in it on the bits. Yeah. You're doing good, yeah. I still haven't mopped my kitchen floor after the mess when the boiler went. Oh, dear. Did you tell him off for keep wandering in the back garden the other day and tinkling on the 5 minus? There's me being cold and it's what, 6 degrees here, and I'm thinking that's cold. I've got the heating on. Yeah, I got a bargain with this necklace. It was a Marks and Spencer's one, and I think I paid a fiver for it, and it was 20 something pound. It was still on the card from Marks and Spencer's, so I was really thrilled with that. Yeah. Who is twinkling at me now? Do you know I never get any messages until I make a video? And then they all come out the woodwork. They must know. And I'll say, hello, John's making a video. Let's go. Not for 40 years. Oh, dear. I must admit, I've not done any fair hour for a bit either. So I can't give you any pointers, except try not to make it too tight. I always have to go on a bigger needle, for the fair hour bit. Otherwise, my fair hour's tighter than my stocking stitch bit, yeah. Val's got one of those Ring doorbell things in her back garden, and her husband was pottering about on Wednesday when we were all in the knit club, and it kept going ting-a-ling-ling, 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 and we were all trying to knit, and all we could hear was Val's phone going ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling. So I said, did you tell him off for keep wandering around the garden? She just said, she told him she got her thrown out the club. We don't know what he was doing. He was just pottering about, wasn't he, in the back garden? And we're all going, go back in the house. He couldn't hear us, of course. I don't carry them more than 3, Linda. I know it's a pain swapping them over, but I don't do them more than 3. Otherwise it pleats. But I always do my fair isle on a bigger needle because I pull it tighter. You definitely don't want it tighter across his chest, Val. That's the worst place for a man, isn't it? Having a tight chest. I used to do my fair isle sitting at a table. Then you can swap your wool around without getting it in a knot. You know, if you're doing it by your side, you have to keep remembering to swap the places of your colours. I used to do mine at the table. Look at that. 2 ends have gone together, the inside and the outside. And it's gone in a knot now. Oh. He was pruning the hydrangeas. Well, tell him not to do it on a Wednesday. He has to prune the hydrangeas when you're in. We should say that Eric is a bit unsteady on his legs. So when he starts doing things and Val's not there, she gets a bit sort of, whoo, because she hopes he doesn't fall over or anything. So tell him, Janet says you can't prune the hydrangeas unless you're in, yeah? We don't want to be worried about him. Oh, look at this. What a fluffy mess. I like to knit from the inside of the ball, but these balls are 200 grams and you can't find the inside of them. But the insides come out and it's tangled up with the outside. So now there's 2 of them fastened together here. Oh, I'm going to have to cut. Just hope I've cut the right one. Oh, I have, thank goodness. Right, I'm going to put that into, I'll try and bury it in the middle of the ball. Don't want it coming out again. Right, it's buried. Let's hope it stays in there now. I know we were all, every time we walked around the garden, we were all, oh, it's not going to fall. I said, has he got his stick? Val said, yeah, he's got his stick. But if he'd have fallen, you see, Val was at the knit club miles away. So she'd have had to leg it down the seafront. Men. Can't do anything with them and you can't be without them. Yeah, she's got a camera in the back garden. But every time he moved, it tinkled, you see, because the camera was like making a noise, like to alert, you know, that there was somebody in the back garden. Oh, for goodness sake, who keeps sending me messages? That blooming Northeast Tarot. Go away. I do not want to know that you're live. I don't want to know when she's not live, let's face it. I don't know why I keep getting notifications. I don't watch her. I think YouTube just decides that you need to watch something. But YouTube's definitely watching you or something, because I was looking online, I was looking on Amazon at some French soap for some reason, some handmade French soap I was looking at. I was only looking. And keep getting an advert now, keep coming on YouTube for this handmade soap. Oh, hiya, Enid, you're sick as a dog. Oh, go and join. Eric's gone to bed because he's poorly. That's Val's husband, by the way, in case you're wondering. The weather is, we're not talking about it. It's cold, wet and windy, and it's not very nice. Oh, well, you know, you've got more than one thing. You're just being greedy there, Enid. You can't have everything. Sore throat, sneezing. Just pick one. Have one thing. You've got 5 there. Is it 5 or 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 things you've got there. You're only allowed to have one. I've got backache, if we're counting. Yes, you can save the thickness for somebody else, yeah. Are you sure you're not menopausal? I was like that the other week. I was too hot in bed, stick a leg out, then I was freezing, stick my leg back in again. Then I was too hot again. Oh, I thought, make your mind up, John. I'm not usually that cold or hot, yeah. Yeah, we call it the menopause, yeah. Everything's got a man in it, yeah. You've got a virus, well, keep it to yourself. Don't be spreading it over here. Don't be breathing on my crew. Don't breathe down the microphone at anybody. I'm all right stomach-wise. I've just got a backache. It's killing me. He's changed my medication, Chris, but it's not doing me any good. I think I need one of them DEXI scans, whatever they are. Hello, he's not been to America, has he, Val? Not been seeing Enid on the side. Perhaps Eric's got menopause. Hey, 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 hey. Ta 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 ta. Oh, God. They should keep the germs to themselves, shouldn't they, Linda? Coughs and sneezes spread diseases. Catch your germs in your handkerchief. That's what we used to get told. It used to be a little advert on the telly years ago, that, didn't it? Coughs and sneezes spread diseases. Catch the germs in your handkerchief. Nobody has a handkerchief these days. They only have tissues, don't they? They're useless when you've got a cold. They just shred and give you a sore nose. My dad wouldn't have them. My dad always wanted a proper hanky. My mum used to have a pan, an old pan, but she used to boil his proper hankies in when he had a cold, yeah. If you reach the pan out, she'll go, oh, don't use that. That's Dad's hanky pan. Because she wouldn't use it for food, obviously. Yeah, she used to boil his hankies every week before she put them in the washing machine. The trouble with my dad was he didn't only use it on his nose. He used to wipe anything up that, if he found something on the car. My mum used to say, "You've got engine oil on this hanky, John." "Oh, have I? Can you not use a rag? Don't have to use your hanky." He said, "Well, it were handy." If you ever got a stain on anything, you had to ask my mum because she knew everything, how to get stains off anything. I inherited it. I used to have a friend and she used to say, "I've spilled this on my blouse and I can't get it off." I said, "Give it here." She said, "How do you manage to get it off?" I said, "My mother. She taught me well." They sell a spray bottle now for if you're out somewhere, you spray it on, and I'm like, whatever next? Should have had one of them for my son and his curry. Oh, it was his birthday yesterday. And he said he was going for an authentic Mexican meal. I said, "Well, don't wear a white T-shirt." He's ruined more white T-shirts with curry and stuff because it won't come out. Is it the Japanese or the Chinese? They wear masks all the time, don't they? You always see them on the videos with the masks on. Man, it's very crowded over. It must be China. It's very crowded there, isn't it? And you see them on the blinking public transport and they're cramming them on, aren't they? You must be right up in somebody's face. Yeah, they employ people just to lead on them and throw them in the... Oh, can you imagine? You won't be able to breathe in and out. It'd be ideal for a pickpocket, wouldn't it? You're all crammed up together. Or a pervert, Could be getting your bottom. You can't even tell who's doing it because there must be about 6 fellas all around you, just crammed in. Yeah, my son always managed to get curry down a white T-shirt. I used to say to him, they used to order sometimes, takeaways. He said, "Do you want anything?" I said, "No, if you're having curry, I don't want it." And I used to say to him, "Go and get changed." And he used to say, "Well," I said, "Go and put an old T-shirt on, you know what you like. It'll be all down the front of you." I'll be careful, yeah. I don't spill as much since I lost weight because I used to have big lady parts. And everything I spilled used to go straight. Now it goes straight down. I watched a video of myself about 9 years ago. And I know I've lost weight, but blooming heck, I had big lady parts. I don't know where they went. They've disappeared altogether. Not that I'm bothered because they used to give me terrible backache. I don't understand why these girls get fake ones because, oh God, they do hurt your back. The ones who get the ridiculous ones. They look like 2 balloons. Tra-la-la. Yeah, it's all right wearing a mask, provided you... Oh, I just watched by accident. It was an Iranian family. And I'm not being racist here, I'm just commenting. And she just had a baby, and the mother-in-law comes in and she's touching the baby's bloody face, and she's going to the baby, to her face. And then she's stroking its face and stroking its hair. And I'm like, get off it, it's a newborn baby, stop spreading your germs all over it. I'm shouting at the blinking video. God's sake, stop touching that baby. Oh yeah, the new ones are supposed to be a lot safer. Not that I want any, but the old ones used to have silicone, and it was dangerous when it leaked. I mean, mine used to be big, Chris, but they were my own. I've never been flat-chested, sadly. I started being curvy when I was about 13. It's probably in that spare bedroom with all the other stuff you've lost. I should explain Linda's been sorting out a spare bedroom and she's found all sorts of things she'd forgotten all about, yeah. Moving house a few times makes you find things, I tell you. If you ever come to move, Linda, you'd probably find all the stuff you've ever had missing all your life, yeah. Yeah, if you have big boobs, it doesn't half hurt your back. I can't blame my back on them because I've not got them now. But my shoulders used to dig grooves in my shoulders, yeah. It was in a craft box. Why was a spare bulb in your craft box? All my spare bulbs are in a cupboard in the hall. I won't mind, but I don't think half the bulbs that I've got with me fit anywhere in the house. I think they're what I brought with me when I moved from Prestwich. I've got all different kinds of bulbs. Oh. You can bet your life if something pings in here. If I want a bayonet, I've got a screw in, you know. Or if I need a screw in, I've got a bayonet. Yeah. You never have the right ones, do you? But when I moved in here, the one they had in the bedroom, honestly, I'd have had more light from a candle. Couldn't see a thing. I said to myself, first thing you can do before you leave me is put me another light bulb in there. It was one of those tiny, you know, like you put in a baby's room. I couldn't see. Could hardly see to get in bed. Still not that good now. I don't know what he's put in. You can't get 100-watt bulbs anymore, can you? But all these fancy, supposedly, what do you call it, saving light bulbs that you can't see anything. I thought I'd gone blind until I bought a craft light. Couldn't see a thing in my lounge, you know, it's like the gathering gloom. I bought a craft light and it was like, oh, I'm not blind after all. I've got a nice big light shining on me. Try crocheting black in an ordinary light bulb. It's all this economy stuff, whatever they call it. LED or something, isn't it? You can't see a thing. They replaced our street lights when I was in Prestwich with these new LED. You couldn't see across the road. Give us back our old yellow ones. They were much better. They probably tried to cut costs. They probably use less whatever, don't they? The only place I could buy 100-watt bulbs was in the Asian shop. Oh, the equivalent. They say they're equivalent. They're not. They're not half as bright, Nathan. Oh, you've only got to buy these because of these special LED things and you can't see a damn hand in front of your face. No, I've got craft light. It's brilliant. I tell you, you can even crochet black. Cost a bit. They do cost, the craft lights, but they're worth every penny. I've got two, so I've got one spare now. It's in the other room. Because I had one in the shed when I was in the other house and one in my lounge. Because when I moved in here, I've just got one. You having a cup of tea and a Bounty bar, are you, Dottie? Right. Don't like Bounty because I don't like coconut. So yeah, you can have that one to yourself. And a cup of tea, no. Yeah, we used to have daylight, special daylight ones when we were in the shop. Because if you have ordinary fluorescent tubes, it changes all the colours of the wool. It's funny, these pair of trousers I've got on, the velvet, and in the daylight they look like purple, and in the electric light they're the same colour as this jumper. So I never know what colour they're supposed to be. Are they purple or are they... If I'm going out in the daylight, do I have to wear something purple with them? And if I'm wearing them in the electric light, I have to wear something maroon. I've never known them change colour like that. But they do. It's the same, I've got a pair of olive green trousers, and in some lights they're brown, and in other lights they're olive green. Strange, isn't it? So you match them up in daylight, and then you go out and it's somewhere electric like, and you like you're wearing the wrong trousers. Now, when we used to buy those tins of sweets, and they had about 94 different varieties in them, I always used to forget and pick the blue one up, and it was always coconut. I don't think they put coconut in them anymore now. Or if they do, they write on it Bounty, yeah. Yeah, they sell them in these cheapy shops, don't they? The 100 watts, but you go in any other place and all you can get is 60s and 40s. Or those that say they're equivalent to 100 watt, but they're not. I don't know what they're called, aren't they? Oh, I don't. My daughter-in-law used to use coconut oil to fry things in. I didn't like it. I wanted some coconut oil, that you put on your body. And I accidentally ordered the wrong one, and it was that cooking stuff. Anyway, I gave it my friend. She said, "Oh, my husband likes that coconut oil." I said, "Well, there you go." I said I wasn't going to use it to cook in it. The only thing I used to like was that there was a brick of coconut you could buy for cooking, and I used to use it for, coconut cake. But I didn't like that grated, yucky stuff that you bought. Desiccated, was it? Ugh. I used to use this. We used to get it from Asian shops. It was like a block of butter, but it was coconut, and you just grated a bit off it. And I didn't mind that in my cakes and that. Oh, I don't like that almond milk, rice milk. Soya milk is the worst. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, you go in a supermarket now and there's about 24 different kinds of milk, isn't there? No, I don't like. Do you remember those when you got licorice all sorts, and there was always that one that was coconut, wasn't there, with what's it in the middle? It was all like pink coconut around the outside and licorice in the middle. Ooh. I used to fish that out with licorice all sorts. That got fished out right away. No, I don't like any kind of milk except that lactose-free. I don't like oat milk, soya milk, almond milk. There's all kinds of milk, isn't there, these days? Pea. I mean, how can you get milk from a pea? Pea protein. No, I don't like that. Macaroons milk. Nope. I'll tell you what I don't like, them little biscuits they give you when you go out for a coffee. Them little round things, like almond. My friend likes them, so she always gets mine as well. Macaroons, that's what they're called, aren't they? Oh, I don't like pea protein stuff. I don't like my food mucked about with, as my dad would say. I like my food to be as natural as I can possibly get it. I don't want additives and I don't mind cherries in a fruit cake. Oh, lentil crisp. Yeah, they're horrible. Have you ever tried beetroot crisp? Now, they are totally disgusting. Oh, half of this stuff that's supposed to be good for you tastes vile. It's like eating cardboard. I'm sorry, but no. I wish I could have cow's milk. I drunk cow's milk all my life up to about 5 years ago, and then they decided I was lactose intolerant. I don't think I am, but oh, they're horrible. Beetroot and ugh. I can't understand why, if you're a vegetarian, you want fake bacon and fake meat. I thought the whole point of you being vegetarian was you were going to get away from all of that. So why do you want it tasting like bacon if you don't eat the bacon? Yeah. You know, go away and eat your lettuce. Yeah, you either want bacon or you don't want bacon. You don't want something that tastes like bacon and it's not bacon. No. Yeah, I'm looking forward to summer. I love my salads in the summer. Because I'm stuck, not losing weight. I mean, like it's stew weather, isn't it? I've just reached some chicken out tonight to put in the crock pot thing tomorrow. Slow cooker. I'll make a chicken stew that'll last me 2 or 3 days. Tra la 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 la. My ball of wool's gone round me. The leg of my chair. Oh. It used to be nice at Tesco because they used to do it in front of you kind of thing. They used to have one of them rotisserie things. I don't trust it when you buy it wrapped up in a bag and you can't see where it's come from. You can't see the rotisserie. I like to see it going round. And when you buy it, it's hot. I've bought it from Aldi and it's not been nice. I told you I've gone right off Aldi. My niece is taking me to Morrison's next week, so I've got my list ready. I'm doing without anything I need. I'm doing what I've got in the fridge or the freezer. The only thing I'll need is some bread, and I can get that at the local shop. I've just got a list of everything I'm running out of. It probably was radioactive. You dread to think these colourings and rubbish and stuff they put on things these days. Additives and colouring and I try my hardest not to choose anything that's processed, and it's so difficult these days. Yeah, you can never convince me that cauliflower steaks taste the same. No, I'm trying my best, for the sake of my stomach and that, just to vegetables, buy them fresh. I know you can't guarantee what they've grown them in, can you? You can't guarantee what they sprayed on them, but I try my best. I don't really eat frozen ones because I find they're a bit tasteless. I prefer like fresh green beans, or I know it's not the season for peas at the moment, but I prefer like the peas you buy in the pod and do that, yeah. I'm always skeptical. I always have to look at the labels on everything. As soon as it says anything I don't understand, I just don't want to know. If I'm making anything vegetables, I want my vegetables to be fresh and I cut them up and put them in something. I don't want to buy something processed that says it's vegetarian. You just read the label and it puts you right off. The older I'm getting, the more I'm trying to be healthier than I was when I was younger. Yeah, I'll be glad when I go tomorrow. I've got no fruit in. I've got some shrivelly apples. My bananas went a bit soft, so I threw them away. I want some pears and some tangerines, but I'll have to wait till the weekend. I want pears, bananas, and tangerines. I got some, I think they were tangerines or clementines or something from Morrison's last time. They were gorgeous. And then I bought some from another shop and they were sour. I don't like sour ones. Ugh. Should have bought more. Should have bought 2 packs. If they've got them this time when I go, I'll get 2 packs instead of 1. Because they last ages, tangerines. Because my niece says her legs are still hurting. She broke her ankle. But she's damaged. She's got nerve damage, and that's what's hurting at the moment. Yeah. I keep seeing that, but they're quite expensive because they do it. I know they started doing them for one person, but they're more per meal than what I would normally spend. Those like Hello Fresh things and stuff. Somebody started doing them for meals for one, but when I looked, they're about £6 or £7 for each meal. And I'm like, no. Yeah, I only tend to make a small amount now. That's why I bought a small slow cooker. Chickpea patties. Oh, I've not done them. You get a percentage off your food of the first time you do it, and then you've got to start paying full price. But I've just never wanted to try it. It's always been too expensive for me. I don't spend £7 a meal, and I cook fresh. You know what I mean? Oh, I had to have a pasty the other day because I'd not defrosted anything. Oh, ugh, I felt so sick after I'd eaten it. So all the pastry and all the rubbish meat that was in it was a frozen one. I thought, I'm not having any more of these. So I'm defrosting some chicken. I'll make chicken stew tomorrow. That'll last me a couple of days at least. I don't mind lentils. I usually do like carrot and lentil soup. I think I've still got some carrots. I might do that. I might put carrots and lentils in my stew tomorrow. I'm not keen on the green lentils, but I like the red lentils. And I didn't mind dal. I made some dal with red lentils one day. But lentils are supposed to be good for you, aren't they? But as I say, I'm not keen. I've got the green ones. My store cupboard there has got like all dried stuff in there. I've got rice in there and green lentils, chickpeas. I've got all sorts in there. But lentils are great if you're making carrot and lentil soup. I don't like coriander, you know. I'm one of those people that tastes like soap. Or if you're in America, cilantro. I don't know why it's called something different, but it is. I don't like coriander at all, no. Ugh. Arian said he was going for an authentic Mexican meal. Now, why authentic as opposed to unauthentic? I don't know. Unless it's proper Mexicans have made it. I don't know. I don't like it at all, Enid. I really don't like the taste. It just tastes like soap. Like I'm eating a bar of soap. I don't eat lentils all the time. I just like them in stew. Or I like carrot and lentil soup, yeah. I don't eat much red meat at all. It's usually chicken or fish with me. I'm not saying I don't eat meat, but I don't eat a lot of meat, yeah. Oh, oregano. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, I need to get my feet out of my polar bear. Keeping my feet nice and warm, this polar bear, I tell you. Oh, cumin. Bleh. It needs a wash. When I had it, Gigi used to use it for a bed. He used to get right underneath. He thought it was his bed. Got bits of wool stuck to it. It needs a washing. But I found it again. You put your feet inside there and it's lovely and warm. If you've got cold feet, which I do. But I'm going to go and get my Coca-Cola. Oh, well, I wonder if I can ever get off this chair. Oh, jeez. Ow. Thank goodness I can reach my Pepsi from without having to walk. I'll put my cover. I'm sure everybody's seen my cover, haven't they? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Keeps me nice and warm. Well, you need to get yourself one of these big slippers. That's what Billy Connolly calls them, isn't it? A big slipper where you put 2 feet in. I bought a heated one, but I couldn't feel it, so I gave it to Kelly. I don't know whether she still got it or not. But she said she could feel it, but I couldn't feel it at all. That's the trouble when you've got neuropathy. You can't feel your feet. Yeah, you could get them heated, but I don't know whether it's my neuropathy, but I just can't feel them. I even bought some like slipper things that had beads in that you put in the microwave. That's not me having a wee, by the way. It's me Pepsi being poured into a glass because I don't like drinking out of a can. I'm funny that way. I have to have it out of a glass. When they give me a can, when I go anywhere and they give you a can, I always ask either for a straw or a glass because I don't like drinking out of the bottle. I like drinking out of a can. They tend to give you a bottle these days because of, that when they stick that date rape thing in your drink. I made you need a wee, did I? It sounded like I was having a wee, didn't it? It was me pouring a Pepsi into my glass. Oh, the trouble with me having a Pepsi is I'll be up in the middle of the night now about twice. Always makes me need to go. Something is very uncomfortable on my seat. It's shaped, this seat, and if you don't get your bottom in quite the right place, it hurts. Oh, and I'm not in the right place even now. Oh, that's a bit better. Now I'm too far away from the computer. Right, here we go. I'll be right in a bit. I was laying in bed this morning and I hurt everywhere. And I knew I had to get up eventually. And I'm laying there thinking, well, you're not lying in here because you're not hurting. You're lying in here because you don't want to move. And I thought, I've got to get up. So it's a good job I live on my own because I'm like, oh. I don't know what next door must have thinking if he can hear me. It's just me getting out of bed. Me going, I've got a range of noises that I use for certain things, yeah. If I've been laying in a certain position, my hip locks and my back hurts and I can't move. And you've got to get out of bed, so you're like forcing yourself to put your legs out of bed. And funnily enough, when I actually do stand up, it's a lot less painful. Well, it is when I walk. I can't stand. If I stand, it just, Everything like shunts down and it's painful. You know, washing dishes and things like that is very painful. Tomorrow I'll sit down while I chop the veggies up. Put them in my slow cooker. The other week I thought, oh, I'm ready to be slow cooker. It's been on all day. I ought to put it on low so it weren't cooked. Thought, you silly beggar. I didn't put it on high. My big one has got high, low and automatic, yeah. Oh, I tell you, on a Sunday morning I'm like, oh, do I have to get up? Is anybody calling? Have I ordered anything off Amazon? And I'm like, no, I haven't. I mean, my Amazon man usually comes between like about 4:30 and 6 o'clock or something like that. So I don't know why I panic about getting up if I'm expecting something from Amazon, because he never comes early. The postman's a different matter. He can come quite early on. But it's not much I get in the post these days. I just got the insurance details for my new scooter. Got my insurance details, but I haven't got a scooter yet. I got a letter from the DLA. Are you renewing your contract, or do you wish to have your full amount of DLA given to you? Now, I've not got to the stage of hearing aids now. Although I'm finding it difficult not to hear, to tell what they say. I think they mumble on the telly. Some people are brilliant. You can hear every word they say. Other people have that sort of I don't know, I must be tone deaf, I think. If they speak very low and very quiet, I can't hear them. But luckily I put the subtitles on a lot of the time, so I could tell what they're saying. But other people I have no trouble with. It's just certain people. I don't know whether it's the tone of their voice or maybe they mumble a bit, I don't know. Films are like that. You turn up the sound because you can't hear what they're saying on a film, and then the advert comes on and it goes, nearly out your chair. No, mine's just gradually going a bit duller, I think. I wouldn't say deaf, I'd just say duller. But I think it's with age, isn't it? They say it's quite normal with anybody my age. But I can hear everything. It's just certain people that talk. My friend mumbles. Miley, she's not as bad since she got a hearing aid. I used to be like that when she was talking to me, and I thought, I'm going deaf here. And she got hearing aids because she said she was deaf, and now I can hear her. But she said she thought she was shouting before because she could hear herself in her ears dead loud. And she wasn't. She was speaking so soft and mumbly. Yeah. But now she's not because she's got hearing aids and work that out if you can. Some YouTubers do. I watch through Lucy's lens, but she's not well at the minute. She's got Crohn's, and it's kicking up at the minute, so she's not putting a video out this week. I don't know whether Leslie will have one. She usually does one at the end of the month, but she's not well at the minute. I don't think I need hearing aids. I don't think I'm quite that bad. Through Lucy's Lens, the lass on YouTube who goes around all these, she's a social historian, and she goes around places looking at, how people used to live, like back in the 1800s and that. But she just put a notice on saying there won't be a video this week because she's got Crohn's. Well, she knows she's got Crohn's, it's just that it's flared up. Yeah, I like watching her. She does all sorts of things. Oh, Leslie's got a video out, has she? I didn't see it. It must have been after I'd stopped looking. Yeah, because she's not well, Leslie, so we always get a bit, we don't see her. I was watching Monica's Way or something. She goes around charity shops and buys things, but her idea of what's a bargain in a charity shop is not my idea. Snapdragon knitting. No, if she only knits, I wouldn't watch her, Dottie, because I don't just watch knitting channels. I only watch the crocheters. I think the only one I watch who knits is Leslie. Only because she's got a very good personality. No, this Monica's Way or something. She just paid £600 for a handbag. She said, "Oh, but it's good value because they're usually 1,000 and something or other." And I'm like, £600 more than what I would ever spend. £60 is more than I would ever spend on a handbag. No, she goes to these more upmarket type crafts, charity shops, the ones that sell designer stuff. And she'll buy £30, £40 dresses, but they should be £200 and £300. And I'm like, that's not my idea of a charity shop. No, lemon, anything with lemon in does that with me, Enid. Lemon or lime. Oh, no. No, she doesn't. She gets these earrings and she pays, I don't know how much for them. And she's going, but the Chanel and, they're gold plated. And I'm thinking, yeah, I still wouldn't pay that kind of money. Were they your size, Linda? Did you buy any? Round here, there's never anything designer. The charity shops around here have got ridiculous. I don't even bother going in one of them now. They ask more money for the second-hand handbags than what you would if you were buying a new one. Yeah, she paid £30 for a coat the other day, this woman. I mean, yeah, all right, it was pure wool and it was something designer thing, but that charity shop near us has gone a bit that way. I went in a while ago and they wanted £7 for a little flimsy top. And I said, £7? She said, oh, it's pretty. I said, it might be pretty, but I'm not paying £7 for somebody else's second-hand top. No, thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't pay that kind of price for trainers, Linda. I don't mean £20, I mean the full price of designer trainers. I don't see the point. Paying hundreds of pounds for trainers. But she's like that when she goes to these charity shops and she's going, oh yeah, the Balenciaga, oh the Chanel, oh the this, or the that. They're £50 or they're £60 these shoes, but when they were new, they were this price. I thought, I wouldn't pay that. If I was paying £50 for a pair of shoes, I'd want decent ones that were new. Did you sell that doll's house? I thought they'd priced that a bit high. Oh, your Hello Kitty Crocs. No, there's a woman comes on YouTube and she buys things at a charity shop and she openly says she sells them. It's too expensive. Was it 40 something pound for a doll's house? It wasn't even a nice one. It was a bit scruffy. I think I paid about £20 for mine. Ooh, got a lump. Oh, there's always one in a craft group that's always done more than you've done, spent more than you have, made 24 of the thing you've just made one of, and they've made it better than you. And there's always one in every craft group. I think they've just got low self-esteem. They want everybody to praise them. Yeah, the ones who bring everything in to show you, and you've got to go, oh, that's beautiful, oh, that's lovely. Some of the things you put on, though, Linda's, on Facebook, I think, oh, that's a bit expensive. Yeah, other things are cheaper, but yeah, I thought that doll's house was a bit overpriced. Was it 40 something pound? And it looked like mine in need of a good going over. I say mine, I bought it as a doer-upper. I mean, I know it wasn't good, but I bought it to do it up, so I paid about 20 for mine, I think. And I've still not done it up, have I? It was supposed to be my winter project, and winter's nearly over, and I've still not done it. Maybe I'll take it outside in the summer and spray paint it outside. I've got all the paint and everything. I've got all the furniture. Well, not all the furniture. I've got loads of furniture from my other doll's house I'd got rid of. Just pretend you've got them and just buy yourself one. I haven't got any kids or grandkids. I just want this doll's house for me. It's my project. I'm just say to everybody, you're doing it up as a project, Chris. You know, buy one that needs decorating, like mine does. Mine needs floors, it needs decorating, it needs painting, it needs all sorts doing to mine. But I bought it that way. I didn't buy a new one, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're thousands of pounds. Yeah, it's got no electrics or anything, no. It just wants, everything wants doing. $17, I've got some more to do yet. I used to have loads and loads of soft toys, but they didn't make it when I moved from Prestwich to here. You play with it on your own. Shut the door. Don't tell anybody. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be making, I'll be playing with it. I've got the dolls and everything. You could just say you're doing it as a hobby. You're doing it up. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, I tell you, he's not on here tonight. Martin must have gone out. Gone to the gym. Yeah, I've got to sew some curtains for all mine, yeah. Well, I don't have anybody to share it with, but that won't stop me playing with it, Chris. I can have long conversations with my dollies. Give them names and make them in a family. I've got cots and everything. Yeah, I need to crochet something. I've got lace that I can use for the lace curtains. I've got the lace already. And I've got some, you know, like little squares that I was going to do something in patchwork once over. So I've got some little square bits that could do for making curtains, yeah. It's just start. It's just painting it, really. I need to paint it. I mean, one of the windows is wonky, but I'm not taking the windows off because I'd have to glue them back on again. So I'm just going to paint. The windows want painted. All the plastic on the windows is gone yellow. So I've got the white paint for that. And I'm painting the whole house aubergine. I've got the paint for that. I haven't got the grey to do the roofing yet. But I need... if you buy the doll's house flooring and the doll's house wallpaper, it's really, really expensive. And yet, if you buy that, you know, the people who do that scrapbooking, if you buy the papers, they're not quite big enough. They'd be big enough to do one wall. You know, you buy a book of papers if you do craft book. I don't do scrapbooking, so I've just seen them. You buy sheets and they're like that of like paper. But unless you got 2 or 3 sheets all the same, you know, you couldn't paper a room with them. Because you need like very tiny print, because if you have ordinary wallpaper, it looks silly, wouldn't it? The prints would be too big. But for the flooring, you know, I really need to buy, you know, that vinyl stuff that people stick on furniture. I need to buy a little roll of that in like a wood pattern that I could put on all the floors. And then I could put little rugs on top. Hi, Lydia. Yeah, I might get some of that like I said, that paper that they use for scrapbooking. You can buy a book of different ones, yeah. Because they'll have little tiny designs on. Because the Dolly's House wallpaper's got little designs on, but it's hell expensive. You know, and you think I've got 6 rooms, I think. I've got 6 rooms and a hallway with stairs, yeah. Yeah. It's just a matter of starting it. I'm too busy with crocheting and stuff like that in the winter. Once I make myself start it, but I'll have to take it outside really to paint it because of the smell of the paint, yeah. And I don't think I've got enough paint to do the whole house. I've only got a little tin like that. I'll paint the front of it. Maybe I might have to paint the sides. Yeah, I'm just on my crocheting at the moment. I'm not even on my knitting at the minute. I mean, Val's going to help me put my knitting machine up. That's another thing I've got planned to do. Oh, God, I've got in a knot again. The centre of my wool's come out again. Twisted itself around. Yeah, there's so many things. You know, you think, oh, you're retired, you've got all day to do things, but somehow or another, the days go by. It does help if you get up early enough, doesn't it? But I'm not one for getting up so soon. My sleep pattern's up the wall. I tend to stay up, well, a couple of 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I can't wake up in the morning. But last night I fell asleep. I said to Linda, I said, I'm just watching the end of this. I was listening to a story on YouTube. Just watch the end of this and then I'm going to bed. Next thing I was flat out there about 2 o'clock in the morning. Fast asleep I went. No, I don't like trail mix. I remember somebody getting some, I don't know, it was my son got some, and he said, here, have a bit of this, Mum. And it was like spicy stuff. It was all like bits in it and dead spicy. That was some kind of trail mix. I thought, ugh, not having this anymore. I don't like nuts, but I will eat those nuts that you give to the birds. You know, the unsalted, uncooked peanuts. I like them. You're supposed to have chicken soup, aren't you? You have a cold. The Jewish believe that chicken soup cures everything. No, I don't like. I like raisins. I like peanuts if they're not salted or roasted. But I don't like almonds or pecans or anything. I tell you what, I don't like that. Those green things. What are they called? Pistachios. Oh. I picked up some what I thought were magnums. They were on offer. You know, magnum ice cream things on sticks. Oh, when I got them on, they were pistachio. Ooh. No wonder they were on offer. They were vile. I bit into one and I threw the rest away. Well, I didn't throw the others away. I said to one of my friends, I said, "Do you like these?" And she said, "Oh, I love them." I said, "Right." I think there were 4 in the packet. I bit into one, so of course I'd thrown that one away because it had melted anyway. I said, "You can have the other 3. "Oh, I love them," she said. "Take them home." I know, likey. I'm hungry. It's because I didn't eat my tea. I hadn't defrosted anything, so I had some scampi in breadcrumbs. Oh, I didn't like them. So now I'm hungry because I didn't eat them. I had a few and then I thought, I don't like these. I'm rubbish with anything like fast foody stuff. I just don't like it. I told you didn't like me pasty the other day. I didn't like me breaded scampi. Ugh. Once I've eaten these things out of my freezer, I'm not buying any pies or anything anymore because they don't do me any good. Yeah, I've got some bacon, yeah. It's in my Tupperware. Oh, God, who else now? What now? What now? Yeah, that's what I've just seen. What now? The phone's going zip, zip now. What now? Oh, somebody sent me a reply on my YouTube saying, "I've just found out how I can comment." Good on you. I've got a friend, the one who does the thrifting thing. She lives in Malaysia. And she said, "I've got all these subscribers and I only have so many thumbs up." And I said, "You should be so lucky." I said, "I've got 7.6 thousand subscribers and I'm lucky if I get 100 thumbs up." I think the one I made on Friday, I think 100 and somebody people viewed it. And I think I had 22 thumbs ups. Hello. I don't think people know how to do thumbs up. I keep telling everybody how important it is, but they don't, it doesn't sink in. Not just for me, I mean, it's for anybody. I always do a thumbs up on videos I watch and like. Always do it. But not everybody does. And you can still do thumbs up. If you watch on the telly, you can still do it. But, can you have 130 odd views and 22 thumbs up? It don't work out, does it? Makes you feel very undervalued. And she was saying this, there was a woman in Malaysia was saying, "I've got all these subscribers and nobody watches me." And when they do watch you, I said, they just don't give you a thumbs up. I must have so many people that lurk. It's just the way of the world. I think everybody's the same. Sheila moans all the time. When she moans, though, people take notice. When I moan, nobody takes any notice. Yeah, she moans and then she comes down and saying, "Oh, I've had 133 new subscribers." And I'm like, "I've had one." I think I've had 3 in the last 2 months. 3 new subscribers. Still, it's better than none, isn't it? I'll give on over worrying. I do sort of track the lurkers, yeah. I track the weirdos on the bus and the tram, yeah. Some of us are just destined. I've had 15 years and my subscribers have not risen for the last 5 years. If I get 2 new subscribers, I seem to lose 2. So they just stay the same. They're very loyal, the ones I've got. They don't leave me. But I just don't get any more. YouTube doesn't put me out into the general world, doesn't recommend me to anybody. Yeah, I've had 7.5 for the last, how many years I've had. So I've gained, 15 more subscribers. Oh, never mind, it's better than losing them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. One more road to go to the armholes. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. It's because I didn't eat my tea. I didn't like it though. And I've got nothing healthy to eat. Could eat some crisps. That's not very healthy, is it? But I've only had a bacon sandwich and what bit of my tea I ate. That's all I've had today, so I'm not overloaded myself. And I've had no cakes or anything, so maybe a bag of crisps wouldn't go amiss. No, my Charlie cakes have got eaten. And Naples cakes, so I haven't got any of them left. Because I said I'm not buying anything until I go to the supermarkets. I'll buy some when I go on Saturday, next Saturday. It'll do me good to not have them. I've got to go to see my diabetes nurse on Monday anyway. I'll probably get told off for something. I usually do. Oops, clang. I'll have a Seabrook sea salt. Luckily, they're in the cupboard just behind me. Cheese and crackers. I could do. But that means I'd have to get up and get the cheese and open it. It's not even open the cheese. And the crackers are in one of my plastic boxes somewhere. I don't eat my crackers quick enough and they all go soggy. Even though they're in a container, they still go soggy. I used to eat a lot of cheese and crackers at one time. But I had to have Branston pickle on as well. I never get a big crisp in here. Those little broken ones. I don't have any potato cakes because when I put them on my order a couple of weeks ago, they didn't have them. They were out of stock. My mum used to make her own. But I can't be bothered when it's just for me. I mean, when my mum used to make them, we used to have them for tea. Doesn't taste like beef either, Chris. Don't get me wrong, I eat my beef paste, but I don't know what it tastes of. Yeah, my mum used to make potato cakes, probably if she was a bit short of money. But she used to make a big batch and we used to have them with a bit of butter on for our tea. As I said, she used to make a lot of things when she had no money. You always knew when things were running short when you got cheese and onion pie, and, you know, cheese and onion pie or potato cakes. Oh, liver. Ugh. Or sometimes we'd have egg and chips if she was feeling a bit pushed for money. Because she always had potatoes in and she usually had eggs in. But don't forget, eggs were very cheap when I was a kid. So it used to be egg and chips or potato cakes or things like that, yeah. A potato cake is mashed potatoes mixed with a little bit of flour, and then you make them like you make a scone, and then you fry it either side. Some people put onions in the potato cakes, but my mum didn't. It was just mashed potato and a bit of flour to make it all stick together. Then you roll it out and do like rings. And then you fry it either side quickly so it goes a bit crispy. Yeah, bubble and squeak's lovely, isn't it? I keep threatening to make it, but I never do. No, it's not as big as a pancake. It's only round, you know, like the shape of a cookie. You actually cut it out with a cup or a cookie cutter, just a ring like that. It's about that thick, and then you just fry it, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit thicker than a pancake, isn't it? A bit like the commercial pancakes that you buy in a supermarket, yeah. Yeah, my mum used to make them all the time. In fact, she used to make them when we asked her for them when we weren't even short of money. We still liked them then. I've been watching programs on YouTube about how some of them are American, by the way, Enid, about how your grandparents, you know, made meals out of nothing. You should watch them because some of them are quite, you know, they look quite good. lat cakes. I don't know what they are. Some of the ones they make, you grate the potato, don't you? What are they called? You grate potato and then it goes into a lump and then you fry it, don't you? What are they called? Anybody? Yeah, I don't know what they're called. What are they called, anybody? Yeah. You grate the potato, don't you? And while it's all wet, and because it's all wet and watery, you just press it all together, don't you? Then you fry it on either side. No, they're not like commercial hash browns, no. Commercial hash browns are always in a triangle, aren't they? No, these just come, like grated potato. No, not fritters. You can buy them at Iceland. I don't know what they're called. Oh no, I was a triangle hash browns. But they're potato with like onion and something else, aren't they? Fritters here are a slice of potato in batter and fried. That's a fritter here. The potato can be, a half-inch thick. And you cook it. Rusty, that's the one, rusty. That's what I mean by grated potatoes. Potato rusty. Yeah. No, these American type, programs about, one of them was all potatoes. And they used to make potato soup and things like that, when they used to be feeding the poor. Yeah, I watched loads of, like how they used to feed in the Depression and things like that. When everything was, but potatoes were always cheap, no matter how poor you were. But apparently potato soup was quite a thing, during the Depression years. I don't eat an awful lot because of the starch, being diabetic, but I do like potatoes. I like mashed potatoes. Oh, God, if you make them with butter and, oh, God, they're gorgeous. When I'm particularly cash-strapped, I have baked potatoes. You do them in the oven. We call them jacket potatoes, but lots of people call them baked potatoes. But I only like them done in the oven. I don't like microwave ones. And I like them with loads of butter, salt and pepper, and cheese. I'm not a fan of putting tuna in them and all sorts. Yeah, just a baked potato with butter, or sometimes baked beans. I used to like them with baked beans and then cheese on top. Yeah, a bit of potato and a lot of butter, yeah. But if you want to look for recipes, just look them. They're American, a lot of them. How your grandparents used to spread the pennies round, during the Depression and things. How they used to make things with cabbage and stuff. I quite like cabbage, actually. Not a fan of the green cabbage. I like the white cabbage, the hard cabbage. I used to use cabbage sometimes, in the white cabbage cut very, very thin, in the salads, instead of lettuce. So sometimes I'd use the cabbage and do the carrots the same. I used to grate the carrots and cut the cabbage really, really tiny. Yeah. There used to be an old lady. I mean, she's long, long dead now, but she was a very old lady when she did them. She was American, and she used to do this poor man's, whatever it was, like depression recipes. And she must have been about 90 odd when she was doing this cooking. And they are old videos. I mean, she's long gone now, bless her. But she used to be what they used to cook in the Depression when they had nothing. Is it called depression cooking? Yeah. She used to use like little, not sausages, but those like salami type sausages. The things that you could get, during the Depression that were dead cheap. And like we're saying, potatoes were always dirt cheap back in the day, yeah. Well, I did. I had to do that for my ex-husband was on strike once for 6 weeks, and there was no money for the 6 weeks he was on strike. So we were living on my wage, and when you think I had to pay the mortgage out of my wage, so there wasn't a lot left over for food and other things, and I got pretty inventive with a bit of mincemeat back then. I mean, there weren't recipes I would have recommended, but what you have to do when you're feeding somebody and you've got no money. But we didn't want to get into debt, just to pay the bill. We wanted to pay the mortgage and, still eat. But we just managed on my wage, which wasn't a big wage back then. Because we used to use Alan's wage to pay the bills, the monthly bills you had for the electric, the gas, stuff like that. If you wonder what I'm eating a lint truffle. Well, everything's gone up now, hasn't it? But people don't eat like they used to. I mean, you mentioned offal to people and they're like, they wouldn't eat. We used to eat anything back in the day, any bit of the cow and that. And I mean that Ali cooks lives well for less. She said haggis is like that. Haggis is just offal and oats and stuff like that. And my dad used to say that about black puddings because he used to make them. He said if you made a black pudding, you wouldn't eat it. Yeah. Got dark chocolate, well, not dark chocolate, milk chocolate on the outside and white chocolate on the middle. They're the dearest of all these Lindt. The ordinary Lindt, I think, are £5.50 for a box. These are £7.50 for a box. It's just white chocolate in the middle. But you can eat. If you watch that Ali Lives Well for Less, she's very good at getting the bargains, going on days and when they have cheap things and getting those boxes of vegetables, which I've never ever seen in Lidl, where you get a big box like that for so much and you don't know what's going to be in it. There could be potatoes, vegetables, fruit, but it's mostly stuff you've got to cook there and then or it goes off. But I must admit, I've never got one. I've never seen one. But these mums today who say, oh, they can't feed the kids and that, they want to fast foods. That's why they can't feed them. They don't buy mincemeat or potatoes or vegetables. They don't, they won't eat them. They want McDonald's, yeah. Only because you let them. They could make a big bowl of stew for the price of one McDonald's meal. They don't know how to budget. That's why they've got no money. I remember I went to Knit Club one time and it was next to the food pantry. And we had to go outside because the fire alarm had gone off. So we went outside and we stood in the street waiting for the fire brigade to come. And this woman was kicking off like well style in this food pantry. I don't want this muck, and she's going on there like that. And after it was all over, I said to this woman, what were you trying to give her? She said, would you believe fresh vegetables? She said, I don't know what to do with this muck. Yeah, I've never seen them. She gets them, that Ali Lives Well for Less, if you've ever watched her. She gets a box nearly every time she goes in. Yeah, but this woman at a food pantry, she was getting free stuff given to her, but she didn't want it because it was fresh vegetables and stuff, and she didn't want it. I don't want this muck. I don't know what to do with it, she said. And she was well kicking off. I thought she was kicking off because they weren't giving her anything. If I had nothing in my pantry, I'd be overjoyed if somebody gave me vegetables and things like that. Obviously, she didn't know what to do with them. I mean, I don't know what they give you when you go to those food pantry things, but I would imagine it's the basics. That they give out what they get given, don't they? If they get any veg left over and they get given it, that's what they'll be handing out, won't they? Obviously, it won't be caviar. It'll just be the basic stuff. But if you've got nothing in your pantry, you should be grateful for that. As I say, there's no pleasing somebody. It's beating you. What is it, the counting, or is it, what is it? Man, are you using a drops pattern? I'm not keen on them drops patterns. They don't explain it very well. Is it a chart or is it stitches? Is it written out or is it? It's usually charted, isn't it? If it's drops. Bring it in on Wednesday. We'll have a look at it. I know drops give you a little chart like that and then they just want you to repeat it. They don't give you the full row, you know. Do the sleeves, Val, if there's no pattern on the sleeves. And bring it in on Wednesday. You can't get your tension correct for the floats. Are you pulling it too tight or what are you doing? I told you, if you're pulling it tight, use a bigger needle. I think Chris has got to learn to knit first, Dolly, rather than do the fair out, yeah. I must admit I haven't done fair out for a little bit, but can't carry in the floors. Have you got it on your knee on the sofa or have you got it on the table in front of you? You've tried both. I used to have them on the table and then I could swap them over while I was doing it so it didn't go into a tangle. If I was doing it on my knee, it used to get in a bit of a tangle. If the sleeves are plain, knit the sleeves and then bring it in on Wednesday. Has it got Fair Isle on the sleeves or not? Can't remember. I know you showed me the pattern, but no, I don't think he's. I think he's learning how to knit, but I don't think he's managed it yet. Last time he said he was wanting to try it. I don't know whether he has or he hasn't. Have you learned, Chris? I thought you were just learning. Yeah, Roshties, we've got that bit now, Sonny. We remembered what it was called. Yeah, you have to do your in, over, through, off, in, over, through, off. If you haven't learned, try to learn the continental way, because I believe it's much quicker. I can't do it because I've a lifetime of knitting the other way. Not the yarn. Now, are the sleeves plain, Val, or have they got fair yarn on them? Well, you could knit the sleeves up to the fair yarn bit, couldn't you? And then bring it in, and I'll try and show you how I do it, yeah. That's good, Dolly. Yeah, he does. He's got to have a modern man that knits and crochets. That's what modern men do, I believe. I wouldn't know, I've not had one. Yeah, if I show you the way I do it, Val, it might be a help to you. Some things you have to just be shown, and then you're all right with it. I've done it again. Forgotten to decrease at the beginning of my row. I'm stupid. Just call me stupid. It's my middle name. The reason I can actually do the knitting bit, but when you've been taught the other way and you've done it for what, 75 years of your life, it's hard to just suddenly change to continental. And yet it would be better for me, with my arthritis. It would be better if I could knit continental. Well, if you can't do the fair owl bit, like I said, do the sleeves. And we'll do the fair owl together on Wednesday. Yeah, sometimes it's if you watch somebody do something, you think, yeah, penny drops. I'm very much a visual learner. I'm not very good at being told how to do something, but if I see somebody doing something in front of me, then I'm all right. If somebody says, well, I do it this way, you go, yeah, that's a better way. I'm not very good with instructions, if you just kind of reading something. I'm like that with my post office box that we've got at the corner here. The girl who came down and did my ring doorbell for me, she, what was I going to say? So she said she'd show me how to do it, but I need to post something. Because if I'm going to put my things on eBay, it'll be a lot easier if I can put them in the Royal Mail box. Because I can pay the postage online, with, what do you call it? With eBay. Yeah, I'm too old to be doing this continental stuff. I can actually physically do the knit stitch, but I can't do the purl. The purl's a bit awkward. Yeah, knitting, yeah, continental. I can't. I can do the knitting, hooking it through. Because somebody had said that it would be easier for me, with me having arthritis in my wrists and my hands. But I just couldn't do the purl. And I thought, well, it's a bit weird if you're doing continental knitting way, and then you're doing purl in the up, you know. I thought I'll have ridges going across if I'm doing it in different tensions. But it's like how you unlearn yourself. I hate it when I'm watching a pattern on YouTube and they show you how to do something and then they show you all the rest of the row. And then blooming it, they go and do it on another row, don't they? And you think, I got it the first time. You don't have to tell me every stitch along the row. You know, a couple of times to show me, yeah, that's fine, but don't show me every stitch on the row. I get bored. The only thing I have to look up every single time is that front post kind of, what do you call it? That cast on for crocheting that you do it funny. They call it FBK or FDK or something. I always have to look it up to do that. It never sticks in my mind. And it makes a much better, you know, cast on. Like this cast on, you've got to be careful not to make it too tight, haven't you? Oh, well, we don't get the red heart. Well, we can get the red heart over here, but we have to pay a phenomenal amount to get it over here because it's American. You know, when I see people going around the stores and they're like, yeah, that chainless foundation stitch, I have to look it up every time. And it would be much better to use than this because it's a bit tight, this crochet. If I think about it, I usually use a bigger hook, you know, to do the foundation chain if I'm not doing a chainless one. I can never remember how to do it. Doris Chan always uses that. They call it FDK or FBK or something. The drops patterns are a bugger. Oh, they really are, Val. They are an absolute bugger to do if you've ever used them. Yeah, this cast on's tight, but I mean, if luckily I'm not, what can I put? It doesn't have to meet, it just fastens with one button. So, but I really should do either a bigger hook to chain on or do that, whatever it is, that chainless foundation. It just doesn't stick in my mind. I have to look it up every time I do it. And as I say, all Doris Chan do that. All of hers are done that way. I haven't known one of Doris Chan's for a bit though. I bet I've forgotten how to do it. I had one of them on yesterday, but it was done circular, so I didn't need to know the way to do the chainless foundation for that one because you started in the middle. Yeah, like I said, this one only fastens with one button at the chest, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't meet on my hips. But I can't sit and do nothing. I really can't. I'm just terrible. when I had my hand done and I had to not do it. Yeah, FSC, that's it. There's FSC and FDC. One's like the single crochet one and one's like the double crochet one. But I cannot remember how to do it without looking it up. Every time I have to look it up. Yeah, I'll bring my sleeve if you bring me that wall of wool, Val. Then I can finish my sleeve. I stopped and started doing it in the grey because I had some grey. Yeah, I agree knitting's better for... And I always think knitting's nicer for a baby unless you're doing... crochet dresses for a girl. I think knitting is better for little babies because they don't get the fingers stuck in the stitches the same. I mean, I do crochet for babies, but I tend to use a very close together stitch rather than anything lacy. What am I doing here? What are you doing, Janet? Concentrate. Oh, good show, good show. I've got my money. I managed to get some money. Where did I go? Oh, I went on the down to Cleveland, so I got some from the Halifax. It's hard to find a hole in the wall place these days. I could have gone to the post office, but I was going that way up Cleveland's. The meal we had was awful, Val, and it's always been nice in that marina before. It was absolutely horrible. We complained. All he says was, I'll tell the manager. We should have complained at the desk, really. I mean, we've been in there, I don't know how many times, 20 times, something like that. Always had a lovely meal. And the one we had on a Thursday was awful. The carrots were dry and hard. And the roast potato had never seen the fat, to go in the oven. It was just like a boiled potato, singed a bit. It weren't a proper roasty. But the carrots were vile. None of us could eat them. And they had Yorkshire puddings and they were absolutely burned. It's never been like that before. I think we got not the B chef, I think we got the D chef. We weren't just the B team. When all the dishwork is through, sleepy time comes. Oh, it is, it's getting near witchy time. Ooh. Time to get all my pills out. Swallow them before I get in bed. Oh, joy. It was yucky. First time ever, though. I mean, I can't say it's the cafe because we've always had a nice meal before. It must have been the chef that day. Talk about having an off day. Yeah, I mean, normally I would have recommended that cafe to anybody. You know, it was the nicest one we've ever been in Cleveland. But after yesterday, I thought, whew, not yesterday, Thursday. The marina, as I say, we have always had nice food there, Val. It's not as if we went on a different day because we always go on a Thursday, you know, so it can't say. Well, you can't see into the kitchen, so you don't know who cooks, do you? But it was obviously a different cook. Or if it was the same one, they were having a real off day. Weird. Something went zzzz. Weird. Well, I would have said that cafe, but I'm feeling reluctant to recommend it now. Well, when my son was here, we had a car. We used to always go to the carvery, you know, for a Sunday roast. But so obviously, I can't do it now unless I went in a taxi. I don't think the bus goes that way. Well, I'd have to get a bus into Cleveland, well, get into Cleveland somehow, and then maybe get a. That's where we always used to go. Because there's another one that's nice, like Farmer Pa's, but again, it's not possible for me without a car. I'd have to get a taxi to go there. I'm limited to my scooter. Might get me new scooter soon. Another couple of weeks, I should be getting my new scooter. He said it would take about 4 weeks, and he ordered it a couple of weeks ago, I think. And I told you I was getting one, didn't I? Yeah, as I say, normally I would have recommended it, but I'm now hesitant. You know, when you've had a bad experience, I mean, I'm even hesitant about going in again myself. And yet it's stupid, really, because it's always been good. And when we used to go in another one in Fleetwood, but when it had a 1 star hygiene, it put me off going there. Yet it's still open and still people go in it, but they got a 1 star for hygiene. One star's pretty bad, isn't it? But they've still got the 4-star plaque outside the door. Yeah, I would have felt bad if it had been me taking anybody to this cafe for the first time. But the two people I was with, we always go there, if you know what I mean. So they know that it's not normal. Yeah, you recommend a place, and when the people go there, they find that the chef's changed hands or something, and it's terrible. Mm. Well, we haven't been out since she persuaded me to go because we hadn't met up since before Christmas. I mean, I wasn't fussed about going because, I'm saving up my pennies, as you know. Not for the knitting. Not for the knitting fair. I'm definitely saving up my pennies now. I won't be buying anything there. Mm, got a hair in my mouth. No, it's the witching hour. I thought I'd finish this front before the witching hour. But I think I've got a few more rows to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 2 more rows to do. And then I'm going to go to bed, boys. After I've took my 13 pills. Just wonder I don't rattle when I get in bed. When I drag my legs up to get into bed, it's a wonder I don't rattle. My patch didn't stick on me. I must have had, body whatnot put, when I'd had my shower. I put the patch on and it just fell off. So it's stuck on now with micropore tape and everything. But when I had my shower today, I'm like, it's going to get wet because the micropore things is not waterproof. I just hope it stays stuck on. Otherwise, it won't be any use, will it? If it's not sticking to my skin, it probably won't even be delivering its morphine. Oh, this ball's gone in another knot again. Just when you're in a rush to finish off 2 rows. It's got to the end of it, so it's coming out the middle now. Let's wind a bit off. Yeah. And I'm not very good at swallowing them either. It's like, oh. He played yarn chicken. On the blue cardigan I've just finished, I had the smallest ball like that left. I just had enough to sew my flower on and my button. I was on pins. I thought, oh God, I won't finish it. Mind you, on neither of the jackets have I managed to put an edging on the sleeve. Neither of them. I would have needed another little bit of wool. But still, it won't matter. I weren't going into, well, I haven't got another ball to go into. I only had 3 balls. And the one Val's got an extra one for me. I only had 2 balls of that. But I thought, well, I'll use it. Might as well. Just waste it. I didn't know what I was going to do with 2 balls. Unless I was going to make a hat, and I didn't want to. Or like Amora, I'll make a scarf. She makes a scarf with everything, doesn't she? She must have about 20 scarves, that girl. Yeah. Yeah, not next week. The week after, I'll have been to the knit show when I come on here. I shall tell you all about it. I probably won't do a video then. White rabbits. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's March, 1st of March, isn't it? St. David's Day. Right, I'm on my last row now. And I'm going to bed now. Because I finished my 2 fronts. I've got to start the sleeve. It's funny how ball's different, isn't it? I've got more on this ball to start the sleeve with than I had with the one that I need another ball for. I might be doing the edging of that other one. Yeah, I'm going to bed. When I finish this row, I've only got a few more stitches and then I'm off to bed. Yeah, there's me saying it's March. It's not. It's February, isn't it? I'm wishing my time away. I'm saying it's the 1st of March. Yeah, February. My ex-boyfriend's birthday. It would have been my dad's birthday and it would have been my brother's birthday and my cousin's birthday, all in February. Yeah, it's February. I'm saying it's March. Yeah, everybody I knew was an Aquarian. My brother, my ex-boyfriend, my husband, my ex-husband, and my dad, they were all Aquarians. And we don't get on. Aquarians and Sagittarians don't get on. Right, thank you all for your company, and I hope I've got my thumbs up and everything like that. Yeah, you're not going to put my thumb in. I put a little thumb in on mine. I just go round a bit and put thumbs in. Right, I'm going to go. I've got an itchy head now and I've not got knits. Yeah, there's something about Aquarians, yeah. Hope nobody on here is an Aquarian because we don't get on. Right, okay, thank you all for your company and I'm going to go now. And I might show you 2 more cardigans later this week when I get my other ball of wool on this one. And then I'm going to change to do another pattern. Don't know what, but I'm going to do another pattern later. When I get on a kick for doing them, I just do them until I run out of the wool. Okay, bye all. Have a nice weekend. Bye.